Welcome to the Prop Market. I'm your host, the Prop King, and today I have NBA picks for December 25th, 2025. This is our NBA Christmas edition. Five player props, one best bet. We're coming off another winning day, two winning days in a row ever since I've switched this background to this background. This must be the lucky background here. Two winning days in a row. Shout out to all the people in the comment section saying they like the unders. I like unders too. Anyone who's giving you nothing but overs, I'm telling you right now, they're not profitable. It's hard to be profitable only betting overs. So, if you're watching my channel, yes, you're going to get some unders. I'm one of the few people, if you watch probably 30 different content creators, 29 of them will only give you overs. So I'm one of the few people that actually give unders. So thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. Some people's brain just doesn't work that way. They just can't give it under. They know you probably don't want them, and they also just can't think that way. And that's okay. But my brain works a little differently, more about valuable money coming in, and unders hit statistically more often. So that's why we go with the unders. Our best bet from our hammer play from our last show cashed again. LeBron James is a perfect example of why I like unders. He was well on track to go over his line, but he ends up sitting the last 16 minutes or 17, 18 minutes of the game due to the fact that, he ended up getting in a blowout. So blowouts happen, injuries happen, rotations change, and guys sometimes just underperform. Guys are more likely to underperform in sports than overperform. Just always remember that. A little PSA. So now we're going to get to the picks right now, but we cast with James, Young, Porter Jr., and Ware. Lost on Hart and SGA. I did have Hartenstein in the part of my, I'm not sorry, not Hartenstein, Holmgren, and he went in and cashed for me. Wish I could have got that pick out to you guys. I definitely played him a lot. And I went in and cashed my Taco Tuesday picks because of I mix and match that one. But that's why I'm trying to get to more picks, maybe a VIP type place where I can post all the picks that I actually pick. But five player props, that's what I'm gonna hold myself to. And we're only gonna do player props today. No best bet on this show because I'm getting this Christmas show out early just because I don't want to have to make one on Christmas Eve. 25 of 19, 57%, and then 54% on our player props. Another good thing that we're getting here by getting these picks out early is we're getting some really good line value. And I do have three overs for you in today's show. So, no Scrooge today for me. PRA season average 40, PRA projection 32. Minutes have increased in each game he's played. He's still going over this line 3 out of 5 games. In this Christmas matchup, I see him, being more aggressive, seeing it being a bounce back spot for him. More minutes, more volume, more usage, more shot attempts for sure. Beat the Thunder in 2 straight games, but I do expect this to be a more competitive game. As I mentioned, under in his last 2 games. So I do expect a bounce back spot here for Victor. More minutes, easily going over 29.5 PRA. His average is at 40. I don't know how many minutes he gets, but I'm suspecting maybe over 26, 27 minutes in this matchup. Next guy is the guy he's facing, Isaiah Hartenstein. Under in both games versus the Spurs. PRA season average 24, PRA projection of 19. You got Hartenstein here. Spurs is not a good matchup for him. One, he's usually guarded by Wemby, which is not a good matchup when you're trying to go in the paint and score. The Spurs are sixth in the NBA as far as guarding the paint, so they do really well versus the paint. Minutes also could be an issue. 26 minutes in his last game. I think the minutes become a problem because, Thunder are looking to go a little bit smaller at times, which kind of plays him off the court. And with Wemby guarding him and him possibly guarding Wemby, it's not a good matchup for Isaiah Hartenstein here. Give me the under 21.5 PRA for Isaiah Hartenstein. Next guy is Anthony Davis. Good matchup versus the Warriors. The Warriors have no size. I think they're the smallest team in the NBA. Also don't do well in guarding the paint. Um, They have no one who can guard him, and he's also became the go-to player here in Dallas. Watching him play tonight, I watched them constantly feed him the basketball. He's been over in 4 out of 5 games. A lot of shot attempts, 21 rebound chances in his last 5 games, and the Warriors are giving up 50 points in the paint a game. So this is a good matchup for somebody like Anthony Davis. You need over 39.5 PRA for Anthony Davis. And now we're going to fade somebody here, Luka Doncic. I know it's dangerous to fade somebody like him, 51 PRA average, PRA projection 44, but he's coming off an injury, specifically a leg contusion. Usually what that means is, he may be resting. He may come back and play 40 minutes, or he might actually have some type of leg injury. Um, I don't know. I'm suspecting he doesn't play his normal minutes, which is around 40, maybe 35, 36. That already cuts into some of his opportunities. Also, Houston's coming on right now off a loss, I believe. I'm watching the score a little bit earlier. The Rockets were losing that game. Amen Thompson guarding him. He's an elite defender. The Rockets are top defense in the NBA, top 10 versus guards. They also don't play with extreme pace. I do believe in Udoka, watching him go against Steph Curry last year in the playoffs, especially at the beginning of the playoffs, he will try to force the ball out of Luka's hands eventually. I do not think he's one of those coaches that just doesn't allow one guy to try to beat them. So I do expect him to run and jump at Luka, and if he does really get going, this is a high number. Give me the under 50.5 PRA for Luka Doncic. Last player prop of the day, Anthony Edwards of the Wolves. PRA season average 37, PRA projection 39. High volume of shots in this win streak that he won 3 games in a row. His last 3 games, 23 shot attempts in the last four. Had 40 PRA versus these Nuggets the first time. I do expect him to continue to be aggressive. Middle of the road defense as far as the Nuggets. They're not nothing to write home about. Same thing when guarding guards that play Anthony Edwards' position. So I do see him having a good game here. I do think he is another guy similar to Wemby, younger guy, cares about showing out on Christmas. We already talked to LeBron. He interviewed. He didn't care too much about the Christmas days anymore. He's done it 22 years. And then you got Luca, maybe doesn't care about it as much, not USA guy, just not, foreigner may not care about it as much. Not that they don't celebrate Christmas. I just don't think it's like a big thing for him as it is for Anthony Edwards and somebody like Victor who's not from the United States either, but he is a guy who really cares about what he's doing right now, hasn't accomplished a much in the NBA as much as Luka, as much as LeBron. And I think Anthony Edwards is another guy. He hasn't looked good versus the Nuggets in the past, and he has looked good versus Nuggets. He's had good games, bad games. I think he has a high volume game here. Not sure if Minnesota wins. Give me the over 37.5 PRA for Anthony Edwards. Now for the recap, Wemby, hammer play, over 29.5 PRA. Hartenstein, under 21.5 PRA. Davis, over 39.5 PRA. Luka Doncic, under 50.5 PRA. And then Anthony Edwards, over 37.5 PRA. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. If you want to give a donation for Christmas, show some Christmas love, you can donate right there. There's a link right there. I'll also put it in the comment section. It's on my channel. Once again, giving you picks on a nightly basis. I appreciate a tip, some type of donation. It helps me out to continue to make these videos for free. And like I always say, make sure you leave a comment and keep what you like, leave what you don't, and let's cash.